Hello. Oh my gosh. Sorry, my headphones just broke and I got new ones and these are crazy. Ooh. Hello. Hello. So I can like really hear myself. What is up? Happy Saturday. Hello. I'm back. I'm back. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? I want to make sure before I get up here and read. Let me see what's up. I know late start and I didn't stream all day today, but I do plan to be live. We're usually live all day long. Covering true crime. But hello, welcome. My name is Melly. We're back to JLR reading. Yes, we've been reading the book here in his own words. So very public information. Let me know if there's an echo. We good? All right, cool. These headphones are wild good. I guess my other ones weren't very good. Falling on a budget. Let's say hi to everyone. Please make sure you hit the like button. Don't know if we'll be sued, but just hit the like button. Jokes. Let me see who's here. I see Evie saying hello. I see a bunch of you in here already. Oh, okay. Lots of you all in here. Oh, Canvas and Crime. Hello. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. I love your page and I've been seeing you in chats. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. Nemo sign. I love the way you read the book. Thank you. Yes, Grandma. I was gonna post some clips, so I don't know. Maybe I can send you a copy of it. We'll see. Hello, thank you. Oh, and I see Angel Eyes. Thank you, Angel, for supporting with the super chat. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of you being here. Shout out to all the mods too. Hello. Okay, let's get into it. So I didn't go live for one day, but I was over at Molly Golightly's channel yesterday. The last lawsuit we read is Allen Iverson. So I know there's a lot of controversy over this, but I haven't covered anything that's not public information on my channel. I'm not here to hate on JLR. I don't have a personal vendetta for him. I'm just reading his book, which is what he wanted, right? He wanted the attention. So here you go. But it's wild. I can tell he's trolling. You'll be able to tell too. Let's just get right into it. Here's the cover of it. So the last lawsuit we read was Allen Iverson. We're about halfway through the book. Please make sure you check out the JLR playlist too. Thank you, Jay. Okay, yeah, do it, Crumb. It's really funny. It's pathetic. He won't get far in courts. Okay. I don't know. I thought he couldn't sue anybody. Noon, find you on Molly. Yes, love Molly. She's a sweetheart. Had so much fun on her channel yesterday. Definitely go check it out. She did an interview with JLR's ex-girlfriend. So go support Molly. Molly Golightly. Okay, let's see. The next lawsuit is Jonathan Lee Riches versus James Gandolfini, Tony Soprano, Eddie Falco, a TRO. Plaintiff seeks $15 million. Falco plans to be hired as a correction officer at FCI Williamsburg. She has previous experience as a guard on HBO hit series Oz. Some of these things I might not know either, so don't come for me. He puts a lot of people in these lawsuits. This is under orders from Gandolfini, who is captain with La Costa Nostra of Philadelphia. Gandolfini is mad because I previously sued his friend Nick Scarfo. FCI Williamsburg has me in solitary confinement. I have no access to Comcast Sportsnet in Philadelphia. This is a civil rights violation. Inmates have a constitutional right to television. I'm being severely injured. I'm not current with today's news, which is making me dumber. Respectfully submitted, JLR, October 22, 2007. So he's saying he's dumber without the news. Next lawsuit is Oprah Winfrey. So this one is titled Violation of My 6th and 8th Amendment Rights. TRO, temporary restraining. Oh, I forgot to put the chat up. Violation of Sixth and Eighth Amendment rights, TRO. Jonathan Lee Rich's pro se. The suit is in regard to civil and constitutional violations committed in crimes pursuant to kidnapping, conspiracy, neglect, tax fraud, torture, crimes against humanity, cruel punishment, deliberate indifference, and harassment. Plaintiff is seeking $7.5 million from defendants. Plaintiff requests a jury trial. Plaintiff prays for relief. Defendant Oprah Winfrey is a talk show host for the Oprah Winfrey Show. Harper Productions, Inc. is the company that runs the show. Plaintiff JLR is a freedom fighter political prisoner serving an illegal sentence of 125 months in federal prison for identity theft. Plaintiff is currently at 𝗶𝐶𝗶 Williamsburg in South Carolina. Jonathan Lee Rich's, October 23rd, 2007. Yeah, I didn't know that that was a right. Is it? TV in prison? I have no idea. Oh, wow. He sued Starbucks. Why am I surprised? Titled Conspiracy and Kidnapping, Sixth and Eighth Amendment Violations, RICO TRO. Comes now plaintiff JLR, political prisoner, in pro se seeking declaratory injunction relief of $5 million and compels defendants to release me from solitary confinement 24-hour lockdown. I've been held in solitary by myself since October 20th of 2007. Defendants are thwarting my access to the courts. I have no more stamps. I'm not provided pens or paper. Starbucks is in a conspiracy with 𝗶𝐶𝐶 Williamsburg. That's where he's incarcerated, to keep me away from my general population and the courts. Solitary confinement is taking over my brain. Yesterday, for dinner, I was served 3 grains of corn and half a piece of moldy bread on a train that had been in sunlight for over 10 hours. I get served no Starbucks coffee. Wait, not him thinking he gets Starbucks in prison. I have access to no media, no newspapers, no girl magazines, no toothpaste. I'm freezing. This is a meat locker. I have no pillow. I'm provided with used boxers, 1 change a week. I hear other inmates screaming in the halls, some getting tortured. I'm not provided due process. No one is telling me when I will get out. I went 5 days refusing to eat because I fear my food will be poisoned, only to be threatened with bodily harm and force fed. The light stays on 24 hours a day. Defendants want me to rot. Defendants want me to burn with the hot coffee. Schultz is friends with Michael Vick. This is a revenge plot. Defendants plan on shipping me to another undisclosed facility for more torture. I demand this abuse to stop. I move for $5 million and immediate release from solitary. Respectfully submitted, JLR, November 7th, 2007. The next lawsuit. He really thought he was going to get Starbucks. JLR political prisoner. I don't know who some of these people are. John Hinckley, Jodie Foster. Oh, the actress. St. Elizabeth's Hospital, James Brady, Timothy McCarthy, Thomas Delaney. Complaint, quote unquote, 24-hour lockdown 24-hour lockdown is inhumane, making me crazy, cruel, and unusual punishment. Comes now plaintiff JLR is seeking $25 million from defendants for 8th Amendment violations of cruel and unusual punishments. I'm placed in 24 hours lockdown since October 20th, 2007 for filing a lawsuit against 𝗶𝐶𝐶 Williamsburg teacher Philip Woolston. The prison thinks I'm next. I'm the next John Hinckley. The prison is afraid that I use my lawsuits as a weapon of mass destruction, so they took my legal workway, a constitutional violation, and put me in solitary confinement with no access to media, newspapers, courts, friends, or families. I'm fed very little food. I'm actually freezing. My shower is freezing. I'm subjected to use boxers. Oh, to used boxers, no books, and I had to sneak in pens to write lawsuits. I'm all out of stamps. I have one blanket, no pillows. The lights are kept on at night, and there are screaming inmates. I'm a white collar, non-violent offender surrounded by violent criminals. Well, we know that's not true. Allegedly, you beat your girlfriend up, so I don't know. I'm being mentally tortured by defendants. Hinckley plans to assassinate me on December 27th, my birthday. Hinckley told FCI Williamsburg to leave me in here to rot so I can be mummy wrapped in Ziploc bags and sent to National Archives. If I die in solitary, I move this court to know I will be dying as a martyr. I'm a freedom fighter, a political prisoner. FCI Williamsburg is trying to silence me because I know about atrocities that their staff has committed. I'm going on CNN and I'm going to write future books. I'm whistleblowing and I need help. This is torture. I seek $25 million. Respectfully submitted, JLR, November 7th, 2007. I hope he doesn't sue me for $25 million. Next lawsuit, JLR versus Benazir Bhutto Perez Musharraf. Oh, the Pakistan president. Oh, shit. Shaku Aziz, Immigration and Naturalization Services. I'm being deported to Pakistan. Comes now the plaintiff, JLR, political prisoner obtaining the BOP, and pro se moves this honorable court to issue a TRO restraining order against defendants, stopping my extradition to Pakistan in March 2012 because I will be tortured by the defendants and the Pakistani government. Defendants put me on a detainer through Interpol and plan to fly me out of the US on a secret CIA cargo C-130 plane to Karachi, Pakistan in March of 2012. Plaintiff seeks a declaratory injunction relief against the defendants. Plaintiff is a United States citizen under the Uniform Commercial Code. Plaintiff prays for relief. Whoa. He will definitely try to sue you. Oh, great. This is a classic case of mistaken identity. My name is Jonathan Lee Riches, a U.S. citizen born in Pennsylvania. I'm currently illegally incarcerated at FCI Williamsburg. I'm serving 125 months in federal prison illegally, which is violating my Sixth Amendment rights under Booker and Fan. INS put a detainer on me on July 10th, 2007. Defendants plan to deport me to Pakistan on March 23rd, 2012. Defendants want to try and hang me in downtown Karachi because they think I'm a Taliban tribal leader from federally administered tribal areas of NW, Pakistan. Like, where does he get this shit from? I don't understand. This is literally insane. Pakistan has another wanted JLR who is an international fugitive for making nuclear weapons. Oh, YouTube's not going to like this. With Pakistan scientist A.Q. Khan on March 10th, 1998, and Riches selling nuclear hardware to Libya, Iran, and North Korea. JLR Riches is Jonathan Lee Riches is wanted by President Musharraf's military for money laundering. Pakistani funds belonging to Aziz, Pakistan's prime minister, through an identity theft Ponzi scam into Swiss accounts belonging to the estate of former CEO Kenneth Lay, Augusto Pinochet, and Filipino President Marcos. These funds were converted to British pounds and transferred to a subsidy account belonging to George Soros in 1999. This other JLR is not me, is an imam at the Radical Red Mosque in Pakistan who finances radical madrasas with identity theft with the help of Muslim charity in Dallas, Texas called Holy Land Foundation. Interpol pulled an international warrant and $300 million bounty on Jonathan Lee Riches for treason against the Pakistani government after the September 11th attacks. This is actually crazy. My name is JLR. I'm copyrighted through the UCC, The FBI arrested me on February 25th, 2003, outside Tampa, Florida for identity theft. I have numerous aliases and identities. My fingerprints have no match. INS thinks I am not a US citizen and plans to deport me, which will doom me to death and economic torture. INS plans to allow the other defendants to do CIA waterboarding torture on me to reveal secrets I don't know. Okay, I will have to pause there. Waterboarding has been a thing that's come up in the Epstein files, and I'm a little shook right now. I'm scared of flying. I belong on US soil. I move this honorable court to stop this deportation with the restraining order. On October 18th, 2007, Bhutto arrived in Pakistan from exile. Her convoy was attacked in downtown Karachi by militants linked to the other JLR. Bhutto will seek revenge on me for this attack, even though I'm not the same JLR. Will submit DNA. Plaintiff prays for relief. Respectfully submitted, JLR, November 7th, 2007. That is wild. This guy is crazy. Oh, I thought he already sued Michael Vick. The next lawsuit. Oh, he did. So we read the motion for clarification for Michael Vick. And there's another lawsuit for Michael Vick. I've been victimized. Plaintiff JLR, a priest. He says he's a priest. Wait, not the priest. JLR, a priest, brings a civil suit against Michael Vick pursuant to violations of civil rights, harassment, illegal dogfighting, drug trafficking, prostitution, and sports betting. Plaintiff seeks $25 million in damages and compensatory and punitive damages. Comes now JLR, aka the Google.com phenomenon, who states the following. Plaintiff JLR, a devoted priest, has a church in this county. Plaintiff gets frequent visitors who come in for their confessions. Defendant Michael Vick is a quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Mr. Vick travels to this county to conduct business during the month of June. The purpose of this business is to engage in illegal dogfighting, sports betting, prostitution, identity theft, and drug trafficking. On the morning of June 2nd, 2007, Michael Vick made his first visit to me to confess his sins. Mr. Vick told me the following on that day. Oh boy. Vick has been operating a rug running cartel in this county since 2002. Vick uses his Atlanta Falcons salary and endorsement contracts to finance this operation. Michael Vick, along with current and former Atlanta Falcon teammates Deion Sanders, Tim Dwight, Joe Horn, and Jerry Glanville, would distribute cocaine throughout the county, set up crack houses, and sell e-pills at teenage parties. Mr. Vick also confessed to me that on this day that he has been shooting steroids and taking performance-enhancing drugs since his rookie year. This was done under the direct orders of Atlanta Falcons owner Arthur Blank to boost ticket sales. The NFL commissioner, who also knew about Vick's steroid use, but Vick was paying him bribes for silence. Mr. Vick vowed the truth to me in his statement. I prayed with him and encouraged him to come back and see me. Wait, JLR the priest? No way. On the afternoon of June 5th, 2007, Michael Vick returned to me for a second confession. Mr. Vick told me that he has a sports gambling addiction. While Vick played quarterback for the Falcons, Vick would bet against his own team. Vick purposely tanked a Falcons playoff game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Mr. Vick was in debt to the Gambinos. Mr. Vick was also bet on the NBA games with reference Tim Donaghy, Steve Javy, and Joey Crawford. Mr. Vick told me that these sport bets occurred during the 2006-2007 NBA season. Vick hired bookies to work under his order. Vick's bookies took bets in the county bars, pool halls, shopping malls, and high schools. Anyone who got into debt with Vick's betting operation, Vick would send goons to break their legs and kneecaps. What? Mr. Vick never returned to see me after that confession. On June 11th, 2007, Mr. Vick called me on the telephone and told me he's no longer a Christian and he had to join Al Qaeda. Mr. Vick also threatened me personally with physical injury. Mr. Vick began shouting racist comments to me on the phone. Mr. Vick called me a honky. Oof, I'm not going to say that word. Father white boy. Mr. Vick used profanity like the F word. I was personally insulted by this phone call. I'm still a nervous wreck to this day. In the morning of June 12th, 2007, I awoke and a black Labrador puppy named Holly was missing. I searched the entire house. When I opened the front door, a note was left on the doorstep signed by Michael Vick. The first two lines stated the following: "Hey, Cracker Holy Man, I stole your little dog. I'm using him across town in a dog fight. I hope it gets slaughtered. You will never see it again. Take this as a warning. If you ever tell anyone about my confession or about joining the jihadist, I will take your head off like I'm going to do to your little dog." This is sick. From June 12th, 2007 to this day, I have not seen my dog. Mr. Vick continues to call me and harass my life. I have suffered trauma because of Michael Vick. This isn't funny, but like, but who comes up with this demented stuff? Literally. Conclusion. My Labrador was exotic, a rare breed from Iceland. This Labrador was personally given to me by Pope Benedict, sorry, at a Grateful Dead concert. The Pope wasn't at a Grateful Dead concert. This um Plaintiff seeks $25 million in damages from the defendant. Plaintiff moves this honorable court to issue an order for defendant in this suit to respond. JLR, December 3rd, 2007. Does he claim this book to be an autobiography or is it fiction? No, it's an autobiography. We read all of that on the first live. Next lawsuit. Out of the Eastern District of California. JLR, oh my God. He's suing No Child Left Behind, Margaret Spellings, DBA, U.S. Secretary of Education, Senate Health, Education Board, Labor Board, and the Pensions Committee. Titled, "The Government Left Me Behind the Gates of 𝗶ci Williamsburg." No, no one left you, JLR. You committed wire fraud. That's why you were incarcerated. Comes now plaintiff JLR, okay, racial discrimination, neglect. Oh, he wants an education. 𝗶ci Williamsburg has no education books and solitary confinement. I'm only subjected to old paperback westerns. Defendants left me behind from my peers. The United Negro College Fund won't answer my letters for a transfer to Morehouse College. Felons are forbidden from getting college grants. This is discrimination against my will to learn. When I was a child, the short bus left me behind and blew its exhaust in my face, which is why we have global warming. Wait. Wait. He says, when I was a child, the short bus left me behind and blew its exhaust in my face, which is why we have global warming. Rescue teams left me behind at Columbine in the Sylvan Learning Department. 𝗶ci Williamsburg will not provide me with a dictionary to write this lawsuit. Yo, I've been in solitary confinement so long that I can't even count the days. I don't even know what country this is, because if it's America, why do they allow people to be in solitary without windows, cold showers, cold vent air, rotten food, and no medical care? Well, it's prison. No shit. I seek education. I seek wisdom. I have potential. The government said I took millions of dollars in identity theft money, but when I try to work at a bank, the Bank of America says I have no education. A lot of ironies. Respectfully submitted. JLR, December 10th, 2007. Well, that's not, I can agree with that. JLR versus Johnny Depp, Keira Knightley, Orlando Bloom, Pirates of the Caribbean. He literally sued the movie. Theft of my acting career. Oh my God, I can't keep up. I haven't been taking notes. He's a priest, he's a runner, he's a politician, he's a president. I can't keep up. JLR pro se under restraining order. Okay. Defendants plan to make a movie about my federal conviction. Johnny Depp of identity theft by Lionsgate. I was told this through a letter. Defendants were also violating my constitutional rights by advocating, aiding, and abetting my mistreatment in federal prison. My civil rights are violated by the defendants and pirates who kept me over 800 miles away from my home. Defendants are in conspiracy with the prison phone system to price gauge my rates. I can't make collect calls. Knightley, Keira Knightley, the actress, won't answer my letters for help. Today, December 10th, 2007, for lunch, I was only served baked beans that were cold. This is a civil rights violation. Defendants are blocking my attempts to move back to Philadelphia. Defendants took my 2008 season tickets to Flyer games and put them in the FEMA camp. Plaintiff's liberty is in danger. I seek $25 million, my federal appeal, and a restraining order. Oh, let me catch up with the chat. Oh, cute. I took so much shit for sticking to my very negative opinion of him when everyone was praising his Guthrie coverage. I won't lie. I won't lie. I won't lie. I played his Nancy Guthrie coverage here, but who didn't? I mean, for fuck's sake, he was boots on the ground. But I have questions. There's a lot of stuff that has come out. We're doing the book reading tonight, but tomorrow we're gonna do like all the new clips and stuff. And I don't think he had anything to do with her disappearance, but I think he was there. And this is my opinion and my opinion only, and you're entitled to yours. Somewhat of a distraction. And other news reporters called him that. So with everything coming out, I can't help but think bad things. I want to play a clip from you guys too, from last night when I was Molly Golightly had his ex-girlfriends on her panel. So we'll probably watch that. But let's get back to the book. JLR. The next lawsuit is Iran Contra affair. Oliver North. I don't know who some of these people are. George Shultz, Albert Hakim, Claire E. George, the Boland Amendment, trading with enemy civil rights. Okay, so these are more political. Plaintiff Jonathan Religions, I seek $100 million. Oliver North is masterminding my kidnapping. Wait, who is that? Sorry, I don't know that. You guys might know. Thank goodness for AI. I don't know. Oh, a political person? Okay. Oliver North is masterminding my kidnapping. I'm being sent to the North Pole for Christmas. I have to take presents without gloves outside. I have to drink ice cold Red Bull to stay awake. Then I have to sew and stitch Sindista uniforms. Defendants are using Michael Vick's dogs as bobsledders across the frozen tundra. Then I have to fight the war on global warming at the equator in Africa, wearing a winter jacket and leg warmers while mining uranium in Nigeria. I have to wear red in LA. Crips neighborhood. I have to walk around IRAQ and Nicholasburg mask. I'm at FCI Williamsburg serving time for identity theft. My rights are being violated. I've got frostbite and gum disease. Defendants took parole away. and defendants know where 𝗝𝗎𝗆𝗆 is. Respectfully submitted, JLR, December 17th, 2007. Next lawsuit, Westboro Baptist Church, Fred Phelps, Westboro Baptist Church founder, Margie Phelps, 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆 Bros Bakery, comes now, JLR in pro se seeks $500 million. Defendants are protesting my torture at 𝗝cie Williamsburg. Defendants think I don't believe in God. 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆 Bros Bakery has been providing defendants with baked goods in Philadelphia to protest at military funerals. Defendants violated my rights. They call me the devil. Defendants took my identity. Respectfully submitted, JLR, December 18th, 2007. These are so weird. I know he's trolling, but like, dude, come on. Isn't this like a waste of judicial resources? Can they charge him for that? Because they should. Eastern District of Pennsylvania, JLR versus the host of NBC's Meet the Press, host of CBS 𝗡𝗟ation, Chris Wallace, Fox News, Wolf Blitzer, CNN, George Stephanopoulos, host of ABC This Week. Complaint, JLR is seeking $100 million from defendants. The defendants' TV programs fail to talk about federal prison abuses. My constitutional rights are violated by defendants as I'm in solitary confinement at 𝗝cie Williamsburg. I eat no nutrition. I can't contact my family. Defendants are liable for my current trauma. I move for a restraining order against the shows. Respectfully submitted, JLR, December 18th, 2007. Next lawsuit. Watergate, George Gordon, Sidney Glazer, John D. Enrilchman, Felipe de Diego, James McCord. I have no idea who any of these people are. You can tell we're not a political channel. We are a true crime channel here. No politics. Virginia Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Wait, is that for real? Like he's suing actually Washington, D.C., the state? Oh, 2600 Virginia Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. JLR pro se defendant plans to break into my mind and burglarize my brain. Liddy is going to take my neurons and damage my stem cells. Is he on meth in prison? I'm just wondering. Liddy is going to oh, I already read that. To take my neurons and damage my stem cells. Only defendants have the keys to my mind. They want to plant bugs and the West Nile virus in my head. I will be subjected to major brain meltdowns at 𝗝cie Williamsburg. I'm a lifelong liberal, independent defendant, wants to know what I'm thinking. I seek a restraining order with protection from being abused. I seek $50 million in damages. Respectfully submitted, JLR, December 20th, 2007. I don't think he's trolling, sadly. I think he's nuts. Yeah. Oh gosh. This one is again versus Somali Pirates, DBA 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆 Bros Bakery. We just read about this. Seeks $10 million. My civil and constitutional rights are being violated. 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆 Bros Bakery sends cream cakes and pudding pies loaded with sugar and trans fat to the coastline of Somalia for their pirates. What the hell? Then they use international water to hijack ships. I'm not being fed. 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆 Bros Bakery is biased against me because I'm friends with Joseph 𝗏𝗏𝗆. 𝗏𝗏𝗆 can see how skinny I've gotten, and he has God in him, and he gives me any leftover crumbs of sugar he has. This is because no one is feeding me. My stomach is growling as I write this lawsuit. I still have the shredded wheat in me. Last time I had a hot meal was 3 years ago. I'm in solitary confinement. Get served expired insure. 𝗏𝗏𝗍𝗏 is a United States company doing business with pirates. I'm not being fed. This is a civil rights violation. I seek relief. That was on December 20th, 2007. He was literally doing a lawsuit like every 2 days, every day almost. This one is against Viagra. He's suing Viagra. This can't be real. He's suing Viagra, Cialis, Magna R Extra. Okay, I don't know what a lot of these websites are. Viamedic. I guess everyone who sells these. GaryBodowski.com, AthenaInstitute.com, GetBiggerToday.com, Levitra. Sexual harassment TRO. Someone said in the chat it wouldn't get him up. Okay, I need to get another drink. Hold, please. Hold, please. Oh, let me play this video while you guys hold. Don't go anywhere. I need to get something to drink. I'm thirsty. Watch this video last night. I'll go lightly.
Enable him. And I remember on our last lunch date, she said to me, Angela, if things don't work out between you and Jonathan, I know it's because of him.
Wow. Season
she said, I hate to tell you this because he's my son and it hurts me, but I cannot stand him.
Oh my God.
It's heartbreaking for both of them.
It's very heartbreaking because, and actually, he came from a very good family. I met both of his parents, and I spent a lot of time with his mother. We would text all the time. She wanted things to work out.
I saw them. She was nice. Seasons 52. Let's meet here. Do you want to go to Walmart? I have these messages. I even have her number. Is she still alive?
Yes, I think so.
Wow.
He came from a really good family. He's just I don't know what's wrong with him. I mean, maybe it's because
I never knew.
He's never had a job. Don't listen to him when he says he has a job. He's never had a job. He didn't finish high school, which I'm not knocking him for that. But I think the reason he didn't finish high school was because he was getting into trouble then. And you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Well, in that interview, he had said that he started the AOL stuff and some of the fraud stuff like when he was in high school, junior high age. It was that interview, that video that you sent to me. They were in that like big paint shop or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So it sounded, that's what I assumed is that was, and then he was 21 when he went in, was it? 21 to 35, I thought he said. Something like that.
Possibly. I know that he did time before. He did a lot of time. He's been in and out of prison and jail all of his life, which is very sad.
It is.
That interview is with one of JLR's ex-girlfriends, so you guys can go watch and support after. Okay, let's get back to it. Where did we leave off? Oh yeah, Cialis, Viagra. Jonathan Lee Riches moves under plaintiff, seeks $30 million. Defendants have been offending me with their advertisements. Oh, in magazines and radio. This is sexual harassment. Defendants don't put a warning label on their commercials. I watch TV during the day. Defendants are using sex to make money. Also, defendants are encouraging homosexuality in federal prisons using subliminal messaging. Viagra is ruining the minds of children. Defendants plan to advertise during the Super Bowl. The audience is family-oriented. I move for a restraining order. I have a Rolling Stone magazine. I was not warned of sexual content in the back where the defendants advertise. This has caused me nerve damage. I'm a born-again Christian. This is unconstitutional. I should not be subjected to this porn. Respectfully submitted, JLR, December 24th, 2007. JLR versus Johnny Knoxville, Jackass, Bam Margera. Oh, Steve-O. Wow. Complaint comes now. Plaintiff Jonathan Lee Riches under 40. Okay, whatever. I seek 10 million. Defendants are harassing me with prank phone calls at FCI Williamsburg. I'm in solitary confinement. The administration told me that Knoxville keeps calling me from Temple University, trying to get me on a tape talking about my amendment rights being violated. Solitary confinement is a civil rights violation. I'm nervous and I'm scared. December 24th, 2007. A restraining order against ads. JLR versus Harrison Ford, aka Indiana Jones, and Callista Flockhart. 𝗶𝗍𝗆 Williamsburg is a temple of doom. Comes now, the plaintiff, Jonathan Lee Riches, in pro se moves under 42. Harrison Ford is not rescuing me at 𝗶𝗍𝗆 Williamsburg. I'm in solitary confinement, a temple of doom. I see no sunlight outside. I get fed through food slots, food only containing trans fat but no nutritional value. I wrote letters to my lawyer, Callista Flockhart, aka 𝗟𝗟𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆. She responded on December 11th, 2007, saying that I'm a skinny Jewish kid and she hopes I get burned with Hanukkah candles. Is this actually, like, who comes up with this? Even in prison, like, you have to be demented to come up with these things. He's saying that his lawyer is 𝗟𝗟𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆 violated my civil rights. Ford lost the ARC. Ford also bankrupted Ford Motors. Flockhart broke my heart by not defending my Sixth Amendment rights. I seek $25 million. Ford needs to rescue me with his Star Wars buddies because Luke is using the Force against me. Wait, how did we jump from Indiana Jones to Star Wars? Ford needs to rescue me with his Star Wars buddies because Luke is using the Force against me. Respectfully submitted, JLR, December 26, 2007. It's Last Crusade. Let's see. JLR versus I-35W Bridge Interstate 35, Governor Thomas Vilsack, U.S. Transportation Secretary Mary Peters, Army Corps of Engineers, Chairman Mark Rosenker, Silverbridge, Ohio, Sunshine Skyway Bridge, Tampa Bay, Mississippi River. He's suing the Mississippi River. Justice for Victims, TRO. This is a complaint under Bivens action, civil rights violation of the Constitution and the laws of the United States. Federal tort claims inflicted that include but not limited to murder, conspiracy, sabotage, major fraud, terrorism, genocide, identity theft, hacking, treason, torture, copyright material infringement, racketeering, bad debt, unsafe highways throughout Iowa cornfields. Jonathan Lee Riches, 12/26/2007. He's literally suing the highways. I can't. I don't know who this is. Heidi Fleiss. Jonathan Lee Riches in pro se moves this honorable court TRO restraining order. Heidi Fleiss is harassing and extorting me. When Heidi was in federal prison at the women's camp in Alderson, West Virginia, she wrote my name and inmate number on the bathroom stall door. Senior pizza with extra anchovies. Now I get strange letters every day while I'm in solitary confinement at FCI Williamsburg. I compel defendant to erase my name. Not only that, but FCI Williamsburg is breeding ground for male inmates that dress as women. Seeing this caused me optical damage, nerve damage, and not the optical eye damage. A lot of them carry Heidi Fleiss's manuals. I hold defendant liable and seek $25 million in injunctive relief. I also seek a restraining order from the flies traveling around the country, putting my name on public restroom walls. This gives me junk mail. I'm also on the federal do not call list. Respectfully submitted, JLR. December 26, 2007. Someone asked in the chat, did he sue God? I don't think he hasn't. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's find out. Oh my gosh. He sued freecreditreport.com. I seek my free credit report. I wrote to defendants to see my credit report. They're using my identification. My information was breached from the STX hacking attack. Defendants discriminate against felons. I don't have identity theft protection. Store cards and data encoders with my name. This was my website that defendants took in 1998 during the Great Hacking Wars. All night drinking Jolt, breaking into P.O. boxes, defendants spoofed my voicemail, put a Trojan horse and a keylogger in my brain. My civil rights are violated at 𝗝cie Williamsburg. I seek $3 million. JLR, December 27, 2007. He put a Trojan horse and a keylogger in my brain. Like, who comes up with this? Sick. JLR versus Brendan I. Conner. Wired magazine staff. This is really short. I got no medical treatment in solitary. My ankle got twisted. I only weigh 120 pounds, 5 foot 10 inches. Defendant is responsible. Defendant is violating my rights. I seek $4 million. He was just writing this to be, oh, wait, that one continues. Access to computers and books and stuff. In 2008, I made a conscious decision to shift from my quality to quantity in my suit output. I challenged myself to generate as many lawsuits per day as possible while still maintaining my running and reading regimens. Sometimes I would cram 10 lawsuits into one envelope and send it off. Often, I picked one particular federal court and would try to flood them with suits before they could ban me. Wow. Yeah, I wondered too. Someone said, I wonder how many of his books sold. And Allstate says Melly is the only buyer. Oh, that's actually really funny. It says, sometimes I would cram 10 lawsuits into one envelope and send it off. Often I picked one particular federal court and would try to flood them with suits before they could ban me. I had come across the name of Clovis Carl Green. He filed close to 1,000 lawsuits against prison officials, prosecutors, and lawyers. So he's doing this intentionally. How is that not a crime after 5,000 million gazillion lawsuits? My goal for this year was to beat his number. I achieved that by April and decided to just keep going. Wow. That's crazy. Who was that against? Oh, Wired magazine. He's not allowed to sue anyone else. Thank goodness. He can't sue me? That's good. I'm just reading the book. This is for educational purposes only. It's like if you went to fucking class today, take notes. I don't know. I'm going to be posting a bunch of clips about this too, so you guys can have them for later without my voice. I don't know who this is. 𝗶𝗲𝗹𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆 He can't. Let's look this up. We need to know learning. We're learning. Thanks to YouTube, we're learning. Who is this? Oh, he's the former president of Serbia. Look at us. Look at us little learning little cuties. I'm learning a whole lot about crazy. Yo. I'm learning he can sue you. Oh shit. You must get permission of the court just to file. Chances of that happening are slim to none. Listen, wouldn't be the first time on here. Let's see. Milosevic told all prison wardens how to commit genocide on inmates. I'm suffering in solitary. This is unconstitutional. I'm Jewish without a Torah or a rabbi. This is a violation of my religion. Defendant is liable, and I seek $35 million. January 2nd, 2008. Next one, Patty LaBelle. Restraining order. He wants restraining order on Patty LaBelle. Patty LaBelle. It took me a minute to process that. LaBelle's lyrics sing nothing about my 8th Amendment rights being violated in prison. I'm not getting fed properly. My civil rights are being violated. Prison is torture and unconstitutional. I seek $7 million. Respectfully submitted, JLR. January 7th, 2008. She's not even alive. I'm not laughing at that part. I'm just laughing at, wait, when was this written? 2008? Was she not alive at the time? Is he sick in the fucking head? Okay, let's move on. JLR Vincent Gigante, aka Vincent the Chin Gigante. Gigantic. Is that like UFC or something? I seek a TRO against Mr. Gigante personally. Wants to do harm to me. I seek injunctive relief. Respectfully, JLR. January 14th, 2008. Oh my gosh, this is Ashley Simpson. She was alive but old and quite ill. What? He's an asshole. Ashley Simpson and Pete Wentz, her husband. For crying out loud. Defendants have been threatening and harassing plaintiffs. 𝗶ci Williamsburg is a gulag. Plaintiffs' constitutional rights are being violated by defendants. Plaintiff got assaulted by defendants in front of Sam Goody in 2002 for not buying their CDs and LPs. Defendants are violating plaintiffs' due process rights. 𝗶ci Williamsburg has no medical care, rotten food on the defendant's orders. Plaintiff seeks a restraining order and preliminary injunction on defendants. Ashley Simpson. Wait, what song did she sing that I really, really used to like? We know JLR was listening to Ashley Simpson. He was. Oh, Pieces of Me. That's right, Pieces of Me. Did he think Patty LaBelle was going to be at the prison cooking him some dinner? I don't know why people are still watching him. I would like to know. Are people like really still supporting him? I'm just wondering, is that a thing? Like people like to support other people who put hands on women? Can we talk about that for a second? Like, are people trying to like normalize domestic violence? Because it's not. It's not. It's not okay. It's not normal. I know people experience it and perhaps are traumatized from it, but I don't understand why he has any subscribers at all. I can respect his boots on the ground, except he's not boots on the ground. He's ass in the chair. He's not hunting and hiking and walking for Nancy Guthrie. And I'm not a JLR hater, so don't come for me. People are nuts, no offense. Is it just like, what is it? Like their cortisol levels go up like watching him? I don't understand. I can't. After all of this, I just need some space. JLR. Jeannie Phillips, aka Dear Abby. That is who he reminds me of. Wade Wilson. Especially with all the stuff coming out about the ex-girlfriends. Hey, take that with a grain of salt. I wasn't there. So I can't tell you the truth. But listen, if people are going to give him a free pass, then I don't want to hear shit about other people. I've said this before and on other channels. If you're not going to come for one and then you're going to come for another, that's not fair game. That's bullshit. That's selectively picking. And I just think everyone deserves a fair shot then, fine. If everyone's going to give JLR a pass. Most of his followers have no clue about this, but anything, it's all over in the YouTubes. Okay, so Dear Abby. Comes now plaintiff JLR who moves under 42 defendant has self-help columns in newspapers. She told me to deal with it when I was in solitary. This offends me. She wants me abused in prison. I seek $10 million for civil rights violations. Respectfully submitted, Jonathan Lee Riches, January 22nd, 2008. And we can agree to disagree, but like, I think there's a difference between having a past and not changing, and then having a past and then we find out all this stuff. Like, tomorrow we'll get into the documents, but there's a lot of crazy stuff coming up with previous victims. First Liberty says he has a right to a fair trial like anyone, and I'd be mad if he were denied that fair trial. Until that happens, please keep reading. I wish Savannah would file a TRO on his ass. I don't think a lot of people knew about him. He's dangerous. The next lawsuit is versus Harlem Globetrotters. Wild Thing? Like the song Wild Thing? No way. Curly Boo Johnson. Meadowlark Lemon. TRO. Defendant and FCI Williamsburg are not providing proper recreation. Plaintiff is denied weights. He's trying to grow the muscles in there, the muscles. Plaintiff is not provided proper sneakers. I don't know why someone told JLR was going to prison and it was going to be like staying at the fucking Hilton. You get the gel sneakers and the prison sneakers, dude. You don't get no Air Force Ones in there. Like, I don't know what you're thinking. The Globetrotters have been threatening plaintiff with violence. Plaintiff is scared and seeks a restraining order against them. Sherwin Williams is the next one. The manner in which my sentence has been executed in horrible conditions at FCI Williamsburg. Oh my gosh. Wait, Sherwin Williams, isn't that like the paint company? Am I tripping or no? Yeah, he did put it up. He did. Wait, the paint company? Yeah, I'm afraid it was the paint company. I can't. I'm sorry. I really can't. He's such a troll in this book. It's wild. Let's see what it says. Inside plaintiff's cell. Oh my goodness. It is. It is the paint in the cell. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Inside plaintiff's cell along the wall is a texture that is painted by Sherwin Williams Dutch Boy paint. The paint is chipping away. On January 10th, 2008, December 16th, 2007, November 5th, 2007. 3 times chips of paint went in the plaintiff's eyes, causing redness and itching. I'm sorry, this is too funny. Yo, not me gonna try to file a lawsuit against my apartment complex for the paint. The chips of paint went into plaintiff's eyes, causing redness and itching. The wall also feels like sandpaper. If you rub against them, why are you rubbing up against it? You get scraped. This causes staph infection. What? Right, Kimberly? Yo. I don't know why he's rubbing anything against the wall. Plaintiff seeks a transfer to a new facility and compel 𝗝ci Williamsburg to get a new brand of paint that does not cause plaintiff serious bodily harm. How does someone who writes these lawsuits infiltrate the true crime community? I'm really just wondering what is going on. I don't know. It's a little disappointing. I will say, let me talk a little shit. It's a little disappointing because you see all these other true crime channels, aka myself, that I think do a decent job on covering true crime. And he's out there allegedly boots on the ground, which I don't even believe anymore. And he just made like $500,000 off Nancy Guthrie. It's wild. It's wild. Oh, we're back to. Oh, I thought I was reading the same one. I don't know who this is. Alex Ovechkin, Retief Goosen, 𝗝ci Williamsburg. Walls wasn't made for rubbing. What was he rubbing on that wall? I'm wondering what part of his body he was rubbing on that wall. Ew, sick. Plaintiff conditions and manner in which his sentence has been executed violates plaintiff's Sixth Amendment rights under Booker and Fan. Plaintiff is being denied due process by the defendant's legal department at 𝗝ci Williamsburg. Plaintiff's sentence is illegal. Plaintiff is over 500 miles away from his home in Florida. Plaintiff is denied administrative remedies. Plaintiff seeks immediate release from prison and discharge. Jonathan Lee Riches, February 20th, 2008. So allegedly, I learned last night that this wasn't his first prison stint either. There was more before. So there's a whole wire fraud thing. But I believe he was in prison in Pennsylvania before the Friar Wad. And I don't know what that was about. But I'll tell you tomorrow. The fact he was in solitary tells you everything I know. Isn't that a brand of paint? Jake is fine. Remember, people, the Guthries are friends with one of his previous victims, Gabby Gifford. Oh. Connections. JLR. Oh, another one versus Retief Goosen. Plaintiff's condition and manner in which his sentence has been executed violates plaintiff's Sixth Amendment rights under Booker and Fan. Plaintiff is being denied due process by the defendant's legal department at FCI Williamsburg. So he filed too? I don't know why it's the same thing. It's slightly different. But it's like the same thing. Let's get that one. Next one, GNC. Wait, the vitamin store? Oh, defendant sells over-the-counter steroids to athletes. GNC is a major rug distribution center with illegal, you know what? I'm offended that they sell creatine to minors. What? Knowing that it injures their liver. I bought Matrix from GNC in 2002 and got stomach pains. I seek a restraining order forbidding them from selling drugs to the youth. March 12th, 2008. Oh, see what I mean? This is why I like to do lives. Because you guys always tell me the tea if I don't already know it. I honestly can't imagine how someone's brain works like this. Even if lawsuits are trolling, he's still thinking this stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's a little out there, you know? Like, way out there. Like, you're suing GNC and Pop-Tart and Patty LaBelle. I don't know who the hell this is. Leona Hemsley? Harry B. Helmsley? I'm gonna sue the water. Yeah, we should just, I mean, we might as well. Who is this? Let's look it up. Oh, he's a billionaire. He's the owner of the Empire State Building. He's suing the owner of the Empire State Building. I had to look that up. Did he sue there? Yeah, it's probably coming up. He refused to eat in prison and they had to put in a feeding tube. Well, he suffered from an eating disorder. So I'm wondering if that contributes to his psychopathy. He literally is suing, yeah. I face imminent danger. I seek a restraining order. The people handling the Hemsley Trust threatened me with Hemsley's dog. They say the dog has rabies and will sick it on me. Told me it's going to take a bite out of crime. Leona made promises in 2002 she would take care of me financially. We were pen pals when I was in county jail. Now my future hopes and dreams are dashed. They threatened to drown me in the Colorado River and throw me off of a chairlift in Aspen. The Hemsley family violated my civil rights. They promised me a job as a computer security tech, and now I get emotional abuse. I'm scared defendants are going to use proceeds from their mansion sale to hire a hitman to come after me. I seek a preliminary injunction. I'm going through mental pains in prison. Not metal, mental. I'm going through mental pains. I don't need this. I pray for relief. JLR, June 18th, 2008. Okay, he's suing the hurricane. The hurricane. Like Mother Nature. Hurricane Ike? Tropical Storm Hannah? What? It says, I blame Hurricane Ike for destroying my civil rights. You can sue Mother Nature? Yeah, that is true. He did starve himself, Pepper. Come now, plaintiffs. Jonathan Lee Riches. Oh, okay. He calls himself Herb Allison. His name, it says, comes now plaintiff Jonathan Lee Riches, aka Herb Allison, and Robert Allen Meist, in pro se, moves this court to issue an order for defendants named in the suit to respond. Plaintiffs' lives are flooded. We are floating on driftwood. I seek a restraining order against any more hurricanes in the Atlantic K through Z. The seawalls built around FCI Williamsburg, an anti-hurricane defense shield built by the Army Corps of Engineers over the top of FCI Williamsburg. Plaintiff faces imminent danger from the defendants. Not him suing the hurricane and Mother Nature. How is that even right? I find that to be really messed up. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you for subscribing. Glad to have you here. He's suing the hurricane. Wind, give me your money. That's funny. Hurricane Ike blew into the federal courthouse in Houston and caused significant water damage to JLR court records. The paper? The federal courthouse in Houston put Rich's sentencing transcripts on the first floor by the front door on purpose to get flooded. Unarmed U.S. Marshal did not protect my court documents. Then Hurricane Ike got a hold of JLR's indictment and twisted the facts and linked me to Jeff Skilling in the Enron scandal. Hurricane Ike caused my brain power to go out on September 13th, 2008. Your brain power? On the night of September 12th, 2008, Hurricane Ike blew Houston Astros at our heads from outer space. Houston, we have a problem. Because of Hurricane Ike, NASA launched a secret government spy drone in the air, ballistic weather missile test aimed at FCI Williamsburg in Salters, South Carolina. I swear it says that. I swear it says, Houston, we have a problem. When I post the clip, I'm going to post the actual picture, okay? He said, Houston, we have a problem. T-Boone invested in Hurricane Ike's solar wind power. Ike infected me with feline... What? Ike infected me with feline cat 9 lives wind. Hurricane Ike destroyed my Visa and MasterCard water paintings. This left me in a tropical depression. Hurricane Ike is a secret conspiracy with Barack Obama to destroy Bush's Texas oil infrastructure in order to create neo-geopolitical U.S. energy policies. Ike blew Halliburton to offshore tax havens. Oh, offshore tax havens. Hurricane Ike is an OPEC and Wall St. hedge fund payrolls with Mike Milken, Miss Cleo, BettonSports.com, and BET Television, who put options on oil barrel prices to go down under $100 a barrel, while Americans predicted it would go up, then using the proceeds to finance future hurricanes at a secret laboratory in Switzerland. Hurricane Ike's wind broke apart Columbia space shuttles, parts in eastern Texas, and blew moon rocks and Houston rockets into our heads. Jonathan Space Center is controlling our minds. Hurricane Ike broke Yao Ming's foot. Hurricane Ike blew Bill White, mayor of Houston's, hair off. No, not Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo, yeah. Yeah, Miss Cleo, right here. It says Hurricane Ike is an OPEC in Wall State. Oh, Wall Street. Sorry, no. Melly, learn how to read. Wall Street head fund payrolls Mike Milken and Miss Cleo. Not BET. Not BET. Yo. Um, Hurricane Ike blew Bill White, mayor of Houston's, hair off. Hurricane Ike blew glass from the JP Morgan Chase building into our faces. Scarface, a secret revenge for Jonathan Lee Rich's stealing Chase Visa and MasterCards. This is financial terrorism from defendants. Ike gave us tainted water from Spring, Texas. Hurricane Gustav blew the FCI Williamsburg roofs off. Hurricane Ike in Whitney, Houston. What? Not Whitney, Houston. He's been kind to everyone. I've never observed him interact with anyone. That's fair. Oh, Hurricane Ike in Whitney, Houston. Wait. Yeah, Hurricane Ike and Whitney Houston took our bodyguards. Then Hurricane Ike lifted us up to drown in Andrea Yates' bathtub. What is his obsession with Andrea Yates? It's creepy. Andrea Yates is a mom who was going through postpartum depression and drowned her kids and is locked in a mental health facility for life by choice. It's creepy. This is messed up. It says Hurricane Ike and Whitney Houston took our bodyguards. Then Hurricane Ike lifted us up to drown in Andrea Yates' bathtub. You're sick, JLR. How are you going to come into the true crime community and say, even if this is total bullshit, okay, fine, you're trolling, whatever. But to make a joke like this in a trolling lawsuit and then come to the true crime community and say that you're all about true crime and the victims is a little bit messed up. Ike put our brains on drugs. Any questions? Hurricane Ike killed our Pepper Ridge Farm goldfish, and Ike swirled in our Dairy Queen blizzard. Ike tainted Texas land and cattle beef while the government tricked residents of Galveston for a mandatory evacuation while they secretly put GPS tracking devices and 𝗍𝗲 eavesdropping equipments in residents' homes to listen to and watch residents' seafood. The Cuban government formed Hurricane Gustav to allow illegal immigrants to flood into America to attend Mardi Gras and steal U.S. jobs and Castro GTX motor oil. Tropical Storm Hannah was cousins with Daryl Hannah, who splashed onto the shores of South Carolina naked because of Rich/Tom Hanks' Castaway lookalike. John Candy ate Hurricane Mike and Ike's. Defendant sucked the skin and fat out of my body. CIA waterboarded and tortured me at the beach. Wait, what happened? I expect it to get a little spicy in the chat. Oh my God. Okay, let's get back to this. Oh, I can't. We seek damages. I suffered Thompson water seal damages. Our brains are flooded. Disney Typhoon Lagoon is after us. Defendants illegally changed my copyright name to Johnny Tsunami. Ike beat Hurricane Katrina Turner. We sued Hurricane Katrina in Louisiana. Riches versus Hurricane Katrina and Riches versus FEMA. Now we are in solitary at FCI Williamsburg in a fish tank. No scuba gear. No life vest. We face imminent danger from storm surge as all defendants plan to combine into a megastorm and level our playing field and rip our lives apart and steal our seashells, assault us with boardwalks, and crush our waterfront homes. Defendants are in good hands with Allstate. Not Allstate. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Hurricane Ike was looking for Tina. What? What's love got to do with it? Dude, I swear I'm not lying to you. It says that. Hurricane Ike was looking for Tina. What's love got to do with it? This is weather warfare. Defendants are planning to destroy Tom Cruise Mission Impossible Church of Scientology in Clearwater, Florida. Respectfully, Robert Allen Meist, aka Jonathan Lee Riches, September 14th, 2008. Yo. He said I'm suing State Farm because my agent wasn't Jake. Oh my God, that's a good one. Not us gonna start writing all these lawsuits. Mental hospital is needed. I agree. Mental hospital is needed. You know, respectfully, I'm all for mental health here. So, JLR, I really do wish you the best because this is sick. And I mean, I wish you the best when you're in a mental health facility. This is Jim Jones, People's Temple in Guiana. Am I saying that right? I don't even know what that means. Jim Jones. The People's Temple in Guiana. Ugh, I love AI. I'm looking this up. The People's Temple in Guiana is known as Jonestown, was a remote settlement established in 1974 by Jim Jones. I need a little brush up on my politics. For his American cult, a promising socialist paradise. On November 18, 1978, 918 people died in a mass murder-suicide via cyanide poisoning. I guess that's who he's suing here. I don't know. What? This is like a little creepy, no? We can have a good time reading it, but like it's giving creepy vibes. Complaint. Here we go. It's a couple pages. JLR seeks FOIA about Jim Jones People's Temple of Guiana. I was a former member of Jim Jones' cult. I have been trying to get answers for 30 years whether Jim Jones is my real father. What? My mother met Jim Jones in 1975 in San Francisco in pursuit of happiness. I was born on December 27th, 1976 in Napa Valley. Jim Jones took my mother and me to Guiana in Jonestown. I was an honor baby. I got a key to Jonestown. Jonestown issued my birth certificate and social security card. Jim Jones began to beat and punch me in 1978 to show off for other cult members. I still have the bruises. You have the bruises from 1978. Maybe emotionally, 1978 to 2008. What is that? Like 40 years? Yo. Jim Jones, began to beat me and punch me in 1978 to show off for other cult members. I still have the bruises. I was used for witchcraft by Jones. He stuck needles in me for voodoo, acupuncture for self-healing. In September 1978, Jim Jones used me to engage in baby fighting. What? In 1978, I tried to read this, but I get a little shocked at times. Okay, I'm only fucking human. He says, in 1978, Jim Jones used me to engage in baby fighting in a chicken coop where cult members would wager bets on me fighting over Afro-American babies. I was forced into slave labor camp at the People's Temple. I had to make Cabbage Patch dolls. I'm a little offended because I used to like to collect the Cabbage Patch. This became Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Shirley Temple was my neighbor, and this was an Empire of the Sun camp, just like the Russians held my father in Red Dawn. Wolverines from Michigan. I seek DNA testing to find out if Jim Jones is my real father. If you put my name in ancestor.com, it says that he is my father. Luke was in search of his father. I seek information about my whistleblowing pen pal letters I wrote to Congressman Leo J. Ryan, warning him about tainted Jello Kool-Aid and Welch's grape soda. I warned Leo J. Ryan about Jim Jones and his abuse and fraud. Leo J. Ryan told me in a Western Union telegram on October 10th, 1978, that he will fly down to Jonestown to investigate. In turn, he and Representative Jackie Speer would adopt me in the United States. I was a good number cruncher. Now I became a computer genius, but used it in computer fraud and identity theft. Is he gonna try to steal my identity? Oh no. Not JLR wanting to be Melly. Creepy. I did credit card fraud and was convicted in 2003 and sentenced to 125 months in prison because Jim Jones corrupted my mind. Jim Jones implanted digital computer chips into my head at the last hour tape. I've been trying ever since to get these gadgets out of my brain and had to do credit card fraud to finance my brain surgery. In October of 1978, Jim Jones forced me and over 900 other people to drink his Kool-Aid laced with cyanide. At the last second, I switched my drink with a 7-Eleven icy grape flavor. I avoided the poison, but Jim Jones found out, chased me with his John Deere tractor to Port Katuma Airport to murder me. Instead, he shot Representative Leo Ryan. What? The TSA, I swear this is what this says. The TSA had no security at the airport. I lost my luggage. I seek information under 5 USC 552 about the whereabouts of my Samsonite briefcase with private photographs and Mia Jim Jones in a bathtub. And him changing my diapers. That's what it says. That's what it says in here. With private photographs of me and Jim Jones in a bathtub and him changing my diapers. JLR. Wait, I forgot to do my, come on in. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. JLR, we have a question for you. We have a question from Mellyverse to JLR Investigates. It says here, you used to wear diapers, and I want you to elaborate on that. Did you put that on JLR Investigates? Jim Jones also took me to Disneyland and Studio 54 Disco Club. Jim Jones was a distant cousin of Adam Pac-Man Jones. The People's Temple has artifacts belonging to me. Jonathan Lee Rich's copyrighted clothing material. Jonestown also has Jimmy Hoffa's body buried there. And Waldo is hidden at Jonestown. He has an obsession with Waldo. We've heard that before in previous lawsuits. Come on in. Come on in, everyone. It's day 1052 of Nancy Guthrie is missing. Where is Nancy Guthrie? Where is Nancy Guthrie? Jim Jones. Oh my. This is crazy. This next line is crazy. I hadn't read this before either. I'm not a cheetah. Jim Jones circumcised me in front of worshippers, and Jim Jones used my credit card information to finance his sunglasses at Pearl Vision Center. What? This is sick in the head. Jim Jones circumcised me. Collection agency sent me $645 bill at FCI Williamsburg under Jim Jones' name. What the hell? Now bloggers, what did I miss? No, I guess no lens crafter. Pearl Vision Center. Now, bloggers and media found out that Jim Jones was my father. We have the same genes because I had credit card fraud, worshippers following me, and I was a mastermind kingpin in cyber warfare on behalf of Jim Jones' enemies. The CIA has records of me and Jim Jones engaging in the Cuban Missile Crisis. I seek this information. I have documents affiliating me with Jim Jones. I pray this honorable court for relief. Respectfully submitted, JLR. December 1st, 2008. Yeah. No, I do know some stuff about Jim Jones, but I think that's sick that he said that about being circumcised by Jim Jones. Like, what the fuck? I get that he's trolling. Like, most likely we know he's trolling, but I'm actually wondering, like, we don't actually really know that. We don't actually really know if he's actually trolling. You know what I mean? Maybe he does think these things in his head. I mean, look at all this stuff that's going on. I don't know. It's weird, guys. It's a weird. There's a lot of stuff coming out, and it's just disturbing. You know what I mean? That's the good word. Disturbing is what all of this is. And the whole thing with Nancy Guthrie, I'm having weird feelings about it. Let's move on. Oprah Winfrey, notice of appeal. I think we read her lawsuit before in live one. JLR moves to appeal the dismissal of this case to the 7th Circuit Court of Appeals. Oprah Winfrey violated my civil rights and exposed me on her show as an identity thief and cyber criminal because I stole her boyfriend. JLR is saying he stole Oprah Winfrey's boyfriend. Yeah, I agree. Shouldn't have trolled or tried to joke about Jonestown. Yeah, I know. It's beyond disturbing. I know. Am I the only one freaking out? Am I the only one being dramatic up here? Because I think this is fucking weird. And again, you guys can watch true crime boots on the ground with someone else. Genuinely. It's just weird. It's weird behavior. Anyways, back to Oprah. Oprah Winfrey violated my civil rights and exposed me on her show as an identity theft and cyber criminal because I stole her boyfriend. Stedman Graham's American. Oh, the credit card, not the boyfriend. Oprah Winfrey and I had an intimate relationship from 1999 to 2001. No one would know we met at the Super 8 motel along I-70. JLR, Jonathan Lee Riches, says that he had an intimate relationship with Oprah Winfrey from 1991 to 2001. No one said it but himself. I have Oprah's stained dress saved along with used condoms. This is sick. This is sick. Sick. Used condoms? Yeah, WTF. He says a lot of things. The court dismissed this case because Winfrey gave the judge tickets to Harpo. Oprah harasses me in prison with threats of gang members. I appeal October 10th, 2007. Oprah stole my Jerry Springer tickets, and Oprah assaulted me in front of Sally Jesse Raphael show and stole my Phil Donahue autographs. I appeal. JLR, December 12th, 2008. Oh, it continues. 2009. By 2009, I had learned that I had a greater chance of getting media coverage if I focused on topics that were trending in the news cycle. With these topics and individuals, I would put more thought and creativity into the suits I drafted. I would balance high-quality, imaginative lawsuits with more run-of-the-mill generic suits I was using to flood the courts with. I don't know why he didn't get charged for this. Even if the media, that's a lot of lawsuits. Even if the media attention I got did not give me a broader platform to discuss my situation in a serious way, it did grant me more respect from my fellow inmates as well as fan mail from strangers. I sensed that I was having an impact on people's lives and that they were enjoying what I was creating. Sometimes I even sensed that there was anticipation on their part as to what I was going to do next. Next lawsuit. Rockefeller Riches. Lost. Josh Holloway, aka James Sawyer Ford, Terry O'Quinn, DBA John Locke, Matthew Fox, DBA Jack Shepard, Evangeline Lilly, DBA Kate Austin, Naveen Andrews, DBA Syed Jarrah. Is this a TV show or something? Michael Emerson, DBA Ben Linus. What is this? Elizabeth Mitchell, DBA Juliet Burke. Jorge Garcia, DBA Hugo Hurley Reyes. Jeremy Davis, Daniel Faraday. Rebecca Mader, Charlotte Lewis. Ian Cusick, DBA Desmond Hume. Preliminary injunction and temporary restraining order. Comes now JLR Rockefeller Riches. He wishes. Rockefeller Riches. Like, who do you think you are? Jay-Z? Mm. Oh, he can't be countersued? That's crazy. I agree, internet jury. Trolling doesn't make it funny or even okay. This book is legitimately a manifestation of his mental illness, and I have thought so for a long time. I agree. We can have fun with it and laugh with it, but that's why I keep saying, like, it's a mental thing. Even if he was just dicking around for shits and giggles, like, who thinks of this? To sue Sherwin-Williams for a chip getting in your eye of paint in the prison. Oh, someone just said those are all actors from the show Lost. Oh, I have never seen that show. Am I not a cool kid? Should I watch it? I'm not into TV like that. I'll guess I'll watch it. Those are all from the day. I'm embarrassed. I didn't know that. Oh shit. Oh, so he's suing the show Lost. Wow. Wow. Genuinely, I didn't know. Clearly. Is that like a big show? Okay, let's move on. Comes now, JLR Rockefeller Riches moves this honorable court for preliminary injunction. Oh, yeah, here it is. Thank you. Temporary restraining order against the ABC network and their upcoming broadcast of season 5 of Lost. Oh, I feel dumb. I face imminent danger if this show and the defendants are aired on TV for the last 5 years every season. Wait, aired on TV for the last 5 years every season of Lost has been sending me subliminal messages and corrupting my mind deeper and deeper into the abyss. The show ruined my health and mental state. Lost and the defendants destroyed my IQ and caused me to be a nervous wreck. I seek full Medicare and Medi-Cal benefits when I get released from prison. I seek $200 million in damages wired to an offshore Cayman Island account. Right now, I'm in solitary confinement for 24-hour lockdown at 𝗶ci Williamsburg because I'm scared to face people because I'm traumatized from watching Lost on prison TVs. In solitude, you have no clue what I'm going through alone in this room. This is unconstitutional. Defendants gave me inflammation in my colon. Wait, what? Who would have the most to gain from Nancy Guthrie's abduction? Who is crazy enough to throw anyone under the bus? Listen, for that reward, oh my gosh, I'm catching what you're putting out. I just realized. Whoa. So a person goes out and is boots on the ground, Nancy Guthrie, religiously for like 750 days. I don't know. I'm exaggerating. It was like 30. Okay, whatever. 33 or something. No one's fessing up to it, but there's like $1 million reward. If JLR finds Nancy Guthrie, I will be suspicious. That's just my opinion. Anyways, let's go back to Lost. I seek $200 million in damages wired to offshore Cayman right now. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. It says defendants gave me inflammation in my colon. And now my breath smells like petroleum. Doctors neglect me and only examine me with electronic impulses on defendant's order. I'm the lone ranger in solitary. Defendants took my horse and forced it to race in Smarty Jones. I'm incurable. Lost forced me to lose 45 pounds in 2 weeks. Nutrisystem failure. I have mysterious ancient disease, knee pains. Defendants sold my knee ligament. What? To Tiger Woods. I got wrinkled. Wait. The defendants sold my knee ligaments to Tiger Woods. I got wrinkles in my eyes, throat burn with deep throat whistleblowing against the defendants and crying for help. Jorge Garcia kidnapped me at Bellevue Mental Hospital, stole my belly fat, and then Sawyer made me jump from a medic helicopter and handcuffed me to the wing of the U.S. Airway Flight 1549, where I got pneumonia, terminal island freeze, and an STD from Josh Holloway. Excuse me? Josh Holloway kidnapped his sister, Natalie Holloway, in Aruba and sent her to the Lost Island for covert prostitution. I don't think this is funny. I mean, I do, to an extent. But him incorporating the true crime cases into this book and his sick mental defects it bothers me. It bothers me. I have a problem with that. I don't think this is someone that should be representing the true crime community. Sure, no, we're not all perfect. Some of us are criminals, whatever. We did what we did, whatever. We grow up and we're not acting like JLR. Yeah, I have no words. Natalie Holloway. If you guys don't know about that case, then you should know. He says Josh Holloway kidnapped his sister Natalie Holloway in Aruba and sent her to the Lost Island for covert prostitution. Lost forced me into a romantic foursome with Jack, Kate, Sawyer, Julia, and bottle of 1,000 Island dressing. What? Lost forced me into a romantic foursome with Jack, Kate, Sawyer, and Juliet, and a bottle of 1,000 Island dressing. I was promised by defendants that if I stay on Gilligan's Island, I would get a free continental breakfast. Defendants took me off my meds, drugged me with toxic waste. My membranes have ocean bacteria. I'm a nervous crisis. Defendants conspired with Somali pirates to blow up a freighter. Sirius satellite radio. Ben plans to assassinate me, then bury me in an LA funeral home with Mr. Bentham. Defendants gave me multiple personalities with Toni Collette. The Oceanic 6 CIA water tortured me, gave me Parkinson's disease and a bloody stool. Defendants poisoned me with... Defendants poisoned me with an anesthesiologist infecting my immune system with 24/7 starvation. Defendants are going to kidnap me from FCI Williamsburg and film it live on ABC with 13.3 million viewers and time travel to the island to make me a Survivor contestant in Balls and Chain, where I will have to soccer juggle Tom Hanks' Wilson ball and find underground weapon coaches with Revenge of the Nerds. And the only way to get off the island is to spin the frozen donkey wheel. Come again? I face danger, harm, and death from defendants. Because of this show, I am scared to turn on my TV set. I'm in fear that the defendants are using their acting salary to contract the poltergeist after me. I moved this court to help me. Defendants took my meds and killed Heath Ledger, Jet Travolta, and Anna Nicole Smith with my pills. I pray this court will grant my motions and defendants pay me $200 million for relief. I can't watch Barack Obama on the 20th on TV because I am scared. Respectfully, JLR. January 19th, 2009. Next lawsuit. The National Enquirer, Star Magazine, Reginald Fitz, Lynn Allison, John Combs, Philip Smith. Is this another TV show? Jennifer Pearson, Casey Brennan, Melissa Cronin, Kathleen Perricone, Kate Major, Mike Olson, Jennifer Angel, amongst others. Comes now JLR, aka Joshua. Oh my gosh. He calls himself Joshua David Duhamel. Comes now Jonathan Lee Riches, aka Joshua David Duhamel, moves this honorable court for a TRO restraining order and a preliminary injunction against the National Enquirer magazine, Star Magazine, which are both owned by American Media Inc., and a list of defendants who are reporters and editors for these magazines. I face imminent danger and bodily harm from all the defendants who are threatening to publish my story, including me being in federal prison for stealing multiple celebrities' identities, credit cards, and credit that I got in their names, which got me 125 months in federal prison. They plan on publishing court records of mine in which I sue thousands of celebrities nationwide for violating my civil rights. From July 10th to 2008 through December 20th, 2008, I have received over 450 letters and phone calls from defendants requesting interviews and my side of the story. In each letter, defendants say that if I don't cooperate with them, they will write horrible negative articles about me to embarrass my character. 𝗶𝐶i Williamsburg and the warden were sick of the defendants calling here every day asking to speak to me, that they locked me up in solitary confinement, 24 hours a day lockdown for security reasons. This is where I am writing the suit without a typewriter. This is torture. Defendants are responsible for me suffering and possibly dying in solitary confinement. I'm freezing cold and have no windows, get fed through a slot in the door like a dog. Rats on my floor, anti-white graffiti on the walls, subjected to used oversized clothing. I'm starving. I weigh only 119 pounds at 5'10". My ribs stick out. 𝗶𝐶i Williamsburg is shipping me on diesel therapy and punishing me because of the defendant's conduct and the defendant's relentless harassment of me in this facility. Defendants sent reporters to the front gates of 𝗶𝐶i Williamsburg, camped out to try to speak to me. Defendants try to call here, posing as my sick mother. Defendants also called here, saying my father died in a car accident so the chaplain would put me on the phone. Defendants are trying to bribe me with money for free subscriptions to their magazines. Now, 𝗶𝐶i Williamsburg and the warden says they will not let me out of solitary confinement and told me to quote unquote rot in hell as long as the defendants keep calling and sending letters to the prison harassing me for an interview. I'm going to die in here. I have no access to a phone or my personal property. Defendants have baby pictures and mugshot pictures of me that they illegally obtained from the Bureau of Prisons. Also, CNN Presents How to Rob a Bank did a feature on my story in which CNN provided the National Enquirer with audio tapes, evidence of me doing identity theft and fraud in celebrities' names. I was accused of stealing 𝗠𝗲𝗹𝗹𝗆𝗆's Citibank card with $15,000 and adding an authorized user in the name of 𝗫𝗏𝗏 Combs in 2007. I took identities from Janet Reno, Bob Barker, Sean Penn, Lindsay Lohan, Chris Rock, and many more. I'm paying for my crimes and just want to be left alone by defendants. Please stop stalking me, National Enquirer. They created havoc in my life. I seek a restraining order preventing defendants from publishing, printing, or posting photos with me or anything affiliated with my life. I also seek $10 million in damages for emotional distress and trauma. I pray this court will grant my emotions for relief. I actually want to know, like, who he did really try to pull. Like, did he really do that with P. Diddy Combs? This is insane. I can't even believe this is real. I can't even believe he made a book about it. Yeah. Yeah, lemon pound cake. You got a song written about you. This is a real, yeah. Yeah, he wrote, this is a, I'm like speechless. Yes, he put this book together with an editor. It's crazy. Next one. Oh, wow. So it says Jonathan Lee Rich's DBA Second Amendment Foundation, 78 million American gun owners, plaintiffs versus Brady Gun Ban Center, President Barack Hussein Obama, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, Attorney General Eric Holder, U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein, U.S. Senator Chucky Schumer, Mayor Michael Bloomberg are the defendants. You know, I should have looked that up. Like, what's the net worth of the book or something like that. I don't know how he did this. For declaratory and injunctive relief and monetary damages. I am in imminent danger of physical harm due to the defendant's actions. Defendant has conspired to deprive me and 78 million Americans of constitutional rights guaranteed by the Second Amendment. Defendants have conspired to corrupt the democratic process of the government to achieve unlawful and unconstitutional objectives. Defendants have conspired to manipulate the constitutional process of government to effect passage of legislation that is in violation of their oath of office. Defendants are engaging in conspiratorial acts to inflate public feeling in regards to the illegal actions of a few persons so as to justify their unconstitutional actions, destroying the Second Amendment rights of all other citizens, thereby rendering our entire society defenseless against physical harm. Defendants have conspired and are conspiring now to impose unconstitutional federal government services through creation of unconstitutional federal agencies and the fielding of swarms of officers and agents to eat out the substance of the American economy and use the provision of these quote-unquote services as justification for the outright suspension and legislative repeal of constitutional rights secured by the people by the First and Second Amendments to the U.S. Constitution. Defendants have and are now conspiring to willfully violate the Second Amendment rights of Americans through introduction and coerced passage of legislation containing provisions which directly subvert the founders' original intent and core lawful purposes of the Second Amendment rights of Americans as members of citizen militias. Defendants have created a state of fear and terror within the plaintiffs and the American people through the defendants' willful acts of waging war against the U.S. Constitution. Their actions have brought the nation perilously close to a state of civil war, and the people may need to defend the U.S. Constitution and our Republican form of government against these treasonous actions. This one's against Hillary Clinton. I can get behind that. Plaintiff seeks $100 trillion, $100 trillion in damages for mental and emotional injuries and other actual injuries to their safety, security, and well-being. Plaintiff seeks injunctive relief requiring all defendants to prove their citizenship and prove their strict compliance with all constitutional qualifications to hold their public offices. Plaintiff seeks injunctive relief restraining defendants from committing any acts which violate their oath of office. Plaintiffs seek injunctive relief restraining defendants from conspiring in whole or in part to commit acts injurious to or subversive of the fundamental common law and the constitutional forms of self-defense of plaintiffs. Plaintiff seeks injunctive and declaratory relief requiring that acts of Congress must strictly comport with the founders' original intents as regards to the Second Amendment. Certification. I declare under the penalty of perjury. Okay, Jonathan Lee Rich's April 29th, 2009. $1 trillion, I know. Yeah, I saw that lemon pound. Okay, so this one's a bunch of what? It says Jonathan Lee Rich's Bernie Madoff plaintiff versus. I'm not going to read every single one because it's 2 pages of it. I'll list a few. He's suing the swine flu, Haemophilus influenza, North American swine flu virus, SARS outbreak, Hong Kong flu, 1918 through 1919 Spanish flu, bird flu. He's suing the CDC, the FDA, the Department of Health and the Department of Health and I'm not shitting you. World Health Organization, Homeland Security, Jeanette Napolitano, the Air Transport Association of America, the Mexican Health Secretary Jose Cordova, Mexico City Health Secretary Armando Ortega, equine feline, fluvarin, amantadine, which is a medication, thimerosal, Guillain-Barré syndrome, phlebotomist fever, vaccine adverse event reporting system. Goddamn, Pfizer. Damn, all the big pharma companies. I used to work for big pharma. Eli Lilly. Oof. How does he know all of this? This is psycho. Syntex Chemicals, Geneva Pharmaceuticals, National Academy of Sciences. What the? ABC's General Hospital, Pharmaceutical Corp, Old McDonald. Wait, Old McDonald? What's that? Like, Old McDonald had a farm? Allscripts Inc., orthonoxoid virus, Federal Medical Center, Lexington, Kentucky. Porky Pig, Boss, Arkansas Razorbacks. What's Porky Pig and what's Old McDonald? Yeah, I guess. It says that. Yeah, General Hospital. This is a complaint. JLR, aka Bernard Madoff. I move for a global restraining order against the defendants who infected me with swine flu. I have pigs in my blanket. Boss Hogg illegally arrested me in a federal identity theft indictment on February 25th, 2003, violating my 8th Amendment rights as pertaining to cruel and unusual punishment. Now I'm subjected to covert guinea pig experimental vaccine testing by the named defendants at the medical center in Lexington, Kentucky. I was the very first confirmed swine flu case. This happened on my birthday. The Zionist Jews created the swine flu. This is a major global Barack Obama-led conspiracy to regulate porks, pigs, and the farming industry and supermarket bacon by spreading swine flu across the globe so that the government can create a vaccine in order to look like heroes in the world. Ooh. Some of this is complete insanity and some of it may be true. I don't know. This will lead to people supporting government intervention, part of a new world order socialist plot. Defendants are in a racketeering shakedown to serve pork to Muslims and people who are then forced to use their own money to buy medicines to treat them, which then causes the pharmaceutical companies to get rich. No comment, as I used to work in big pharma. I'm a convicted cyber computer virus spammer. I infected over 1,000 over 1 million PCs globally with Melissa virus to hijack people's hard drives. Then when their computers were frozen and disabled, I would sell the people the antivirus software for $19.95 plus tax to get their computer systems working again. The defendants are working in the same kind of plot. Poor pigs in the world are dying because of the defendants. PETA and the Earth Liberation Front don't care. In 1978, the Russians gave me food poisoning. During last year's Kentucky Derby, Mr. Ed gave me laryngitis. Now, equine felines are after my life. They are Garfield the cat, Felix and Cats on Broadway. Defendants put pork in my what? Defendants put pork in my ribs on November 11th, 2008. Don't think federal female inmates are left out. The defendants take their ovarian eggs to make swine flu vaccine in return for extra good time. This is unconstitutional. The defendants are spreading swine flu on domestic airlines via pig air marshals. Swine flu bit me at an Arkansas Razorback football game on January 17th, 2007. I seek surgical mask for protection. Defendants gave me diarrhea, fever, and cramps for 72 days straight. My immune system is dead. I pray for relief. Respectfully, JLR. Yo. So he's walking biological warfare. I don't know. It's weird. This is creepy. Next, JLR Bank of America. Suing Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Private Equity Management Group, California Public Employees Retirement Center, CalPERS. Literally suing Bank of America and CalPERS. Preliminary TRO. I face imminent danger and bodily harm from defendants. Bank of America is withholding Americans' Ponzi money and used my $50 billion to invest in subprime loans. Really, JLR? You had $50 billion? And allegedly you were on food stamps and disability. So I don't believe that at all. Clearly. Danny Peng aided and abetted in my identity theft, and his PEM group is a secret offshore bank account holding fraud money. CalPERS stole my social security number, opened Bernard Madoff dollar store accounts, and Piggly Wiggly supermarket accounts. Kenneth Lewis threatened to merge Riches and Madoff in an investment marriage in San Francisco. Bank of America financed my wire fraud. Merrill Lynch & Co. is threatening to hang me for looting Tyco. I was so scared of defendants, I would not leave my penthouse for weeks. Bank of America gave me loans to get season tickets to the Mets game, and I got swine flu in a New Mexico Bank of America branch. Wait, what? Bank of America gave me loans to get season tickets to Met games, and I got swine flu in a New Mexico Bank of America branch. Kenneth Lewis illegally used my Ponzi money to pay ransoms to Somali pirates. Defendants cooperated with the Patriot Act and gave me Madoff and Rich's files to the government illegally. Defendants caused me emotional distress, and I will never use the defendant's bank again. Kenneth Lewis is a corporate raider who is trying to oust members of the Jonathan Lee Riches Investments security boards and replace it with Emmanuel Lewis, Carl Lewis, Lewis and Clark, Leona Lewis, Reggie Lewis, and gave me a heart attack. I seek a restraining order against the defendants. JLR 5/1/2009. $50 trillion. This has become comic, right? He's trolling. But like, where does he pull out like all this stuff out of? Like, how do you come up with all of this? Okay, last one. Jonathan Lee Riches versus X-Men. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. He's suing X-Men? Comes now, JLR, aka Jason Trowbridge, under habeas corpus. I face danger from defendants, and the manner in which my sentence is executed is unconstitutional. Defendants X-Men are roaming around Washington lobbying the Obama administration for more funds to torture me while I'm in prison. Defendants' movies incite federal inmates with low IQs to threaten me. Defendants also encourage me to live a fantasy life and not take my meds. Wolverine has been taking my lunch trays in prison. Defendants threaten me with the Twilight Zone and Tales from the Crypt. I seek medical treatment in Washington. I'm one of 46 million people not insured. I qualify under Barack Obama's plan. Respectfully, Jonathan Lee Riches, May 6, 2009. He literally sued X-Men. Next one, Brady Gun Ban Center. This one is a motion to correct clerical errors under Rule 60A. I move to correct clerical errors in this case. The clerk of court docketed my name wrong. I received an order from this court dismissing this case with my name on that order spelled wrong. The order had my name Jonathan Lee Riches, which is not the correct spelling of my name. Oh, they spelled it Jonathon. I submitted this lawsuit as Jonathan Lee Riches, spelled correctly. I moved to correct my first name on the docket and record in this case to Jonathan Lee Riches. I also move not to construe this as an appeal. This is not an appeal. This is a motion to correct clerical mistakes. I move to correct another clerical mistake in the order I received from this court dismissing this case. In that order, the clerk states, Black History Month in prison violates his constitutional rights. I move to correct this this error. Nowhere in the complaint I originally sent do I say anything about Black History Month. This is causing me prejudice. I move to correct this error and remove the statement from the docket. My name is Jonathan Lee Riches, not Jonathan, spelled wrong. These errors are violating my constitutional rights. I move to correct the dockets and to correct the clerical errors in order from Judge Pratt dismissing this complaint. I pray this court will grant me my motion for relief. May 15th, 2009. I don't know about that. If he was locked up in Illinois. Hey, Ruth. Yeah, he doesn't like his name. I know he was Pennsylvania before the wire fraud. You can get this all unredacted, but the Epstein file is a big hell no, right? Oh, this is when he sues Guinness Book of World Records. And the dictionary. The new Oxford American Dictionary. Oh, all the dictionaries, it looks like. Compton's Encyclopedia, Chambers Biographical Dictionary, Fear Factor, Ripley's Believe It or Not. Comes now, defendant. I wonder if this is because they included him as, or he thought they included him as the most litigious man. That's actually not a fact. I know people have been saying that, but Guinness Book said that wasn't true. I don't know. Comes now plaintiff JLR, aka Irving Pickard. I face imminent danger and bodily harm from the defendants who plan to publish me and a description of my life in their books without my authorization or consent. On January 1st, 2009, the Guinness Book of World Records sent me a congratulation letter stating that I have set the world record for filing the most lawsuits in the history of mankind. Let me see if Wikipedia was included. I don't see Wiki on here. Their letter stated that that I have filed more than 3,000 lawsuits in federal courts and over 2,500 lawsuits in local and state courts, and that I've shattered the previous record of Reverend Clovis Carl Green. The Guinness Book of World Records told me that they plan on invading my privacy by posting my BOP mugshot along with my personal information, including my social security number, birth date, weight, eye color, home address, and telephone number, and where I'm legally incarcerated at. The Federal Medical Facility in Lexington, Kentucky. I sent the Guinness Book of World Records 10 letters from January 5th, 2009 through July 1st, 2009, telling them no thank you. I don't want to be in the record book because the facts are wrong. I have filed over 4,000 lawsuits worldwide in other country courts, The Hague, World Court, the ICC. The defendants are slandering my name by calling me the litigator crusader, Duke of Lawsuits, John Tsunami, Superman, SUEPER, man, the Patrick Ewing of suing, and the lawsuit Zeus. These phrases hurt my feelings and violate my civil rights. I filed so many lawsuits with my pen and right hand that I've gotten arthritis in my fingers, numbness in my wrist, crooked fingers, and bags under my eyes from sleepless nights suing the world. I get an average of 25 pieces of legal mail from courts, lawyers, stalkers, fans, etc. I've been printed in law books throughout the world without my consent or permission. I'm thinking about retiring from writing lawsuits for a while and give my fingers rehabilitation. Wow. So he is just doing this like as a waste of time. I've been persecuted to the fullest by judges who are denying me due process and access to the courts. Defendants caused me grief and mental breakdowns. That's why I went from FCI Williamsburg to a federal medical center in Lexington, Kentucky to get mental health treatment. We know that's not the reason why you got transferred to the mental health facility. Respectfully, I think he maybe should be there. I eat, sleep, and think lawsuits. I flush out more suits than a sewer. I've sacrificed my time, dignity, and prison trust account filing lawsuits. My accounts are frozen. I can't buy stamps, food, or hygiene products from the commissary. Thankfully, I'm surrounded by sympathetic inmates who are providing me with stamps to send out legal mail. I entered the RDAP drug program this summer upon completion. I will get a year off my sentence. That means I will be in a halfway house by next summer. When I get out of prison, I will set up 10 lawsuits, 101 class, and teach Americans how to file pro se lawsuits. I will sell Jonathan Lee Rich's t-shirts that will say, "Watch what you do or I'll sue you," with my face in the middle. The Guinness Book of World Record has no right to publish my work, my legal masterpieces. The defendants has sent me threatening letters because I filed Riches versus Black History Month in Iowa, and President Ahmadinejad of Iran. I also got screamed at. I just sneeze. Screamed at for filing quote unquote Riches versus I Can't Believe It's Not Butter and Riches versus Child Molesters. I'm in danger. I seek a restraining order against publication of my name. I pray for relief. Respectfully, JLR, May 19th, 2009. I have something to say about this. So when he says that means I will be in a halfway house, that's very interesting because his ex-girlfriend on Molly's channel yesterday said that she met him when he was in the halfway house or when he got out. So it actually proves her facts of when she met him. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he was in a halfway house. Well, I'm sure a lot of people do right after prison. But yeah, the ex-girlfriend says that she met him when he was in a halfway house. Anyways, I'm ending there. It's been fun. We're almost done with the book. Not quite. I'm going to drop a bunch of clips if people want to use them. And you guys can go back and replay lawsuit for lawsuit. This is a book on the picture right here. He's probably watching this. Oh no. Not all this is funny, but not all of it. It's funny. Some is pure evil thoughts. I agree. I absolutely agree 1000%. Thank you, Ruth. Honestly, I think he did this to pass the time. I know, but I thought you can get in trouble for like wasting the court's time and money. Come on, you guys. 4,000. He did like 10,000 lawsuits. This is just the most popular ones. He could probably do more books on the rest of the lawsuits that he has filed. I'm surprised he didn't include, or he hasn't been doing that to make money, because this isn't all of the lawsuits in the book. There's a lot. So there's a book on the front. And thank you. Shout out to Average Normal Adult for your super. I greatly appreciate that. I will be back tomorrow. We have 2 JLR lives tomorrow, another book reading, and then we're going to do an update on all the recent stuff that's been out. And we also will be doing the rest of the true crime cases that we've been covering here. Disability check and whatever he could. Oh, I want to show you guys something before we get out. I want to show you this post. It really creeped me out. It's about JLR too. Oh, did I save it? Oh. Let me see. Oh, dang it. I thought I saved it. Oh, I did. Okay. I want to share this before we get done. I'll probably share it again tomorrow. But look. This is from Nerdy on X. Look at this post of him and his ex-girlfriend. So it says, "This is how I do Naomi when she doesn't make her weekly quota scamming internet thirsty dudes." JLR posted this on October 27th, 2007 on his social media as additional abuse allegations from his exes continued to surface. And he has a knife on her throat. Yeah. Is that honestly what people want to support? I mean, I guess if you're into that freaky shit. Yeah, he was with Angela. No, I think he was, I can't remember if it was Angela or Jane. This is scary. This is his ex-wife. We're going to talk about it more tomorrow, but he institutionalized his ex-wife, lied, put her in a mental health facility, and this is her and him, and he posted that. Yeah, we'll get into it tomorrow. I don't want to combine the book reading with that information. So I'm going to do a separate live. Do you see what he says in there, though? He says, "This is how I do Naomi," that's her name, "when she doesn't make her weekly quota scamming those internet thirsty dudes." I just can't believe it. Oh, I didn't know that. Lemon Pound Cake says, "I love that name. Threatened to cut off 2 women's head in a store." Yes, he did. He did. The ex-girlfriend on Molly's channel last night, maybe we'll cover it tomorrow, said that he threatened to harm girls at a Wet Seal. Wet Seal is like a store, a clothing female store. Or I said that backwards. Female clothing store. Yeah. He threatened, I think, to bomb the wet seal and cut their throats, and they were able to get a restraining order or something. This is information he's posted too. So this was on his Facebook. So I don't want to hear shit about, oh my God, where did that come from? Yeah. Anyways, shout out to you guys for being here for the book reading. We are close to being done. But like I said, I'm going to drop the pages for you guys. Check out my clips. Check out my videos that I drop. I'm going to do one by one. And then you guys can go back on the JLR playlist if you've missed any of the readings. Oh, the threat was at a different thing. Okay. I can't keep up. I'm going to start having to put this in my planner. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Speechless. I liked his Nancy Guthrie coverage too, but not anymore. And I haven't been supporting. So that's just me. You can do what you want to do. I don't judge, but I'm judging him. Thanks. Anyways, shout out to all the new subs. Shout out to all the replay viewers. Shout out to the live chat. Thank you for being here. Keep your notifications on for all the true crime lives we will have tomorrow. I have a plethora of cases I need to get caught up on. So I do plan to be live all day tomorrow, and I hope to see you guys there. Truth Warrior says, hey, Melly, enjoyed, and shout out to everyone who supported. Appreciate you guys very much. Truth Warrior says, hey, Melly, enjoyed seeing you on Marissa's last night with 𝗏𝗃𝗃. I know. Thank you. I had a lot of fun. I want to review that tomorrow, but Molly Golightly did interview his ex-girlfriends. So I will drop the link in the description. I'll add it in there so you guys can go watch, but we'll probably be reviewing it tomorrow. Thank you. Anyways, shout out to you guys for being here. I will see you on the next live. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out.